Hey, what's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fantasy Filmball, the show where we turn movies into sports and sports into something we don't talk about here. My name is Matt.
My name is Dyl, and today we are back again with another draft, but we're switching things up a little bit this week. Instead of doing like a draft based off Oscar prediction or anything like that, we're doing some monsters. We got the Kaijus here in honor of Godzilla -1, which we both checked out this week. If you want to hear our thoughts, maybe subscribe because we have a video coming out here soon of what we've been watching, and that movie will be included. But last week, Matt, I got another W. I'm only one behind for our Lifetime series.
Oh, I feel good about this week, though. I'm really excited for the Kaiju draft. I loved Godzilla -1, and I'm stoked to put together a good list of monsters. My monsters are going to kick your monsters' asses.
You know what? They might, because I'll be completely honest, completely blunt up front here. I don't know the most about Kaiju, so I'm going to be kind of picking the ones that look the most cool, and I'm going to pick one I do know up front, and what I think is very cool, has been in a lot of great movies, and I just think is a very interesting subject in any direction that you take this character, and that is King Kong. I just love the aspects of this character and how the different, like I said before, the different ways you can go about telling this story. You can make him just a complete monster. You can give him sympathy. You can make him the hero. I think there's just so much range for King Kong where maybe some of these other ones don't have that range.
And King Kong has some great movies too. I mean, you got the original classic. It's arguable that King Kong is the original kaiju, even though kaiju is really has Japanese origins. King Kong came first, 1933. That's it's pretty legendary.
The OG.
That said, though, I gotta take the other OG kaiju because give me Godzilla, my dude. Godzilla is the legend, so versatile, truly the Michael Jordan of the kaiju realm. This guy, he's got 10 rings, Godzilla is the king of the monsters. Screw King Kong. Godzilla deserves the king name. He's gone up against all the big boys, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Mecha Godzilla, all of them, and he smacks them down every time. Not only that, he's versatile enough, he's the villain sometimes, like in Godzilla -1 or the original Godzilla from 1954, but he's also occasionally the hero. When we're talking about this conversation, when we're talking about who the best monsters are, it's got to be Godzilla. He's got an atomic breath, what are we even doing here?
Stink breath.
What are
I
we,
don't want
what
that
are we
breath in my
doing
face.
here?
It's stinky. Godzilla. King Kong probably smells good.
Well, I mean, he is big monkey. You're going monkey mode, and I'm going Godzilla mode, lizard mode, and keep me in that lizard mode because I'm going with the monsters from my absolute favorite kaiju movie of all time. Give me the Pacific Rim kaiju. I mean, it's Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro made what I think is the greatest kaiju movie of all time. It delivers so hard on the goddamn action. It is just coming at you constantly with the creative fight scenes. I mean, we got big robots fighting big kaiju monsters. They got acid blood. They're coming from everywhere. The fight scenes with these things are the most incredible stuff you'll ever see on a blockbuster IMAX screen. God damn, the Pacific Rim monsters are glorious and again versatile. There are so many different monsters here with different features. Some of them fly, some of them are just like Godzilla-esque creatures. There's just you can't go wrong. I mean, I can't pick one of them, so I guess I'm cheating by picking the whole group.
I'll let that slide. If you can pick the whole group there, maybe I can cheat a little bit with my next pick and take Mecha Godzilla, because that's the reason why I was fine with leaving Godzilla on the board, getting King Kong, because I think Mecha Godzilla is almost as cool as the original Godzilla. He elevates the look. He becomes a robot. I mean, we had Transformers Rise of the Beasts earlier this year. We got Robot Monkey in this one. Now I get to have a Robot Godzilla. I don't know how you really top that. And you've mentioned my next pick multiple times. Sometimes this is the big bad of the franchise, but sometimes having the big bad on your team is not the worst case in the world. So give me Mothra.
Nice. Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name?
Why'd you say it? Sadly, I can't get no Zack Snyder picks here. You got Guillermo del Toro. I can't get Zack Snyder. Maybe, who knows? Rebel Moon may have a kaiju. I guess we'll find out.
Dude, I love all the memes of like it replacing the Batman versus Superman dialogue with save Mothra. It's Godzilla versus King Kong. Oh my God. All right. I like those two picks. You're really staying in the classic Toho franchise. And I guess, I started off with a Toho monster. I'm not going to continue with the Toho monster right here because instead I'm going to go with the Cloverfield monster, arguably the scariest kaiju of all, because not only is this thing big and destroying all of New York City, it's also dropping little tinier kaiju, which are honestly even scarier. You got these things running around that are just spawning off of the big monster. God, Cloverfield is a terrifying movie. There are few kaiju movies that actually have scared me because with a horror movie, you need to have an element of surprise to it or an element of not knowing what comes next. When you got a big monster coming at you, you're lacking that feeling of suspense, right? Godzilla -1 did it very well, where I was actually scared sometimes. Very few other kaiju movies have done that for me. Cloverfield absolutely scared the shit out of me. Let me reach down to Bong Joon-ho and go with Bong Joon-ho's iconic kaiju monster, The Host. This is a great film, beyond just being a great kaiju. But the thing that's so special about The Host in my mind is how it kind of emphasizes what kaiju are all about in the first place. They are social commentary. Every kaiju monster, at least the good ones, should be saying something about the state of our world. That's Godzilla is a commentary on the impact of nuclear warfare. And of course, you've got The Host, which is a commentary on pollution, on climate change, and just on the general disregard for the environment by capitalism. It's a great film and a great monster. Awesome design too. Very cool. Gotta have Bong Joon-ho on my list.
You maybe get some extra little bonus points here and there by picking movies that I'm just not thinking of when I think of kaiju. So, props to you for that. But I'm gonna flip this story on its head. So I have the king of the kaiju, King Kong. I have Godzilla upgraded, Mecha Godzilla, and I have Mothra. So let's switch it up. Let's go into the comedy realm a little bit because we have from the original Ghostbusters the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man wracking havoc on New York City. Does he have the most character? Maybe not, but he looks cool, he looks fun, and he's from a movie that we all know and we all love. And to add a little bit of that TV flavor here, this one is going to be the most insane pick that we're having this entire draft. But back in the day, South Park did a little two-part episode called Pandemic, and instead of it being a giant monster, maybe a lizard-like creature, maybe a robot-like creature, no, they were guinea pigs. Guinea pigs taking over the world, so I want the guinea pig kaiju from South Park Pandemic Part 1 and Part 2.
Nice. Good pick. Now, I have 3 avenues that I could go in here. The first one, I'll start with the one that I'm definitely not taking, which is the giant Torterra from Detective Pikachu. I will not take that one, but I love it. Torterra is my favorite Pokemon. So I'm not going to take the angels from Neon Genesis Evangelion. What I am going to take to counter your South Park pick, I'm going to take my own South Park pick. Give me Mecha Streisand.
Mecha Streisand.
Barbara Streisand
like
as a Mecha Godzilla figure destroying the town of South Park. I will take it. I think this is the ultimate wacky, wild kaiju pick. You got Barbara Streisand as a big metal monster breathing fire. What else could you want? Really? What else could you want?
Pigs. Guinea pigs wrecking havoc. And hot take maybe here. Pandemic Part 1, Part 2, I think are better episodes than the Mecha Streisand episodes. So I think that gives me a little bit of an edge here. What we have in this draft here, we have the king of all kings, King Kong. We got Mecha Godzilla, we got Mothra, and we have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and South Park guinea pigs because they are the best South Park kaiju.
And on the other hand, I got Godzilla. I have the Pacific Rim kaiju, the Cloverfield monster, The Host from Bong Joon-ho's The Host, and finishing us off, another South Park monster, which is a better South Park monster, Mecha Streisand. Anyways, make sure you go over to the community tab, vote for who has the best team of kaiju. You can go off of many things on this. Who has the best team overall of films or TV shows? Like, which team would you want to watch the movies of more? Or you could just go off of whose team would kick the other team's ass, and it would be my team. My team's strong, big strong. But anyways, make sure you go and vote. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And as always, my name is Matt.
My name is Dill, and this has been Fantasy Filmball.